All right, today we're going over the 5 worst pitching mistakes and how to fix them. So we're going to jump right into pitching. A lot of us have many issues with this easy shot. So number 1 mistake we're going to jump right in here is we usually come up with too wide of a stance, and it prevents us from being able to move how we need to move to perform a good pitch shot. So what we want to do is get a much more narrow stance. Typical stance is feet shoulder width apart, but here I want our feet nearly touching each other, and that's going to give us the best opportunity to hit good shots. All right, and it's better to be too narrow than too wide. Next up, what we do is we don't aim properly. See, my feet are way to the right, and it causes you to come over the top. And when you come over the top, shut the face, you do all kinds of things that are going to just cause horrible shots. So practice with an alignment stick. Here, I'm aiming that at the far left flag, and I'm aiming at the flag more in the center of the green. So you need to open that club face up a little bit to a lot, depending on how far left you aim. And it's better to aim too far left than not enough. Just get that club face squared up to where you're going to be hitting your shot. And then you will be able to just practice this over and over and over again until it feels comfortable. And you'll get the right combination to how far to open your stance versus how far to aim left. Next up here is rotating our hands way too much. We never want to do this in any part of our swing, especially everywhere. So we cannot be rotating our hands open. We're going to hit it thin. We're going to hit it fat. We're going to slice it. We're going to chunk. We're going to do everything bad. And we're going to have very little success because it's very difficult to square your hands up and get a consistent strike. So what we want to feel like is that face is a lot more shut than normal. So as I take it back, what I'm trying to think about is just no rotation. As a matter of fact, I'm feeling like it's closed. It's not. It's actually fine, but it feels closed to me. And this is going to allow you to really hit good, clean, crisp, compressed shots with that square club face. And with keeping that club face square or feeling shut, you're just going to be able to start the ball where you want to much more often. And that's key for these little pitch shots. You want to be able to start it where you're looking and land it where you want. So stop rotating the hands so much. Next up here is, look at this. See what I did? Keeping your head down is a huge mistake. Too many times people tell us, oh, keep your head down, keep your head down, keep your head down. Well, look what happens when you keep your head down. It causes that dip down move in your pitch shots. You ever see people do the dip down move? It's because they keep their head down. And it prohibits you from moving your body correctly. And you're never going to have consistency if you're constantly keeping your head down in your pitch shots. You're just going to flip your hands and you're going to miss way left. Your weight's going to be wrong. Everything's going to be wrong. So what we want to be able to do is pivot the head, turn it. Notice when I turn, I have a much better rotation. You can't rotate if you keep your head down. So putting these two swings side by side, on the left, I keep my head down. On the right, I'm going to rotate. And you can see the difference. On the left, I can't even turn. But on the right, I'm fully turned, fully rotated. And that's going to allow me to have much more control over my shot. So make sure you turn that head. Next up, and this is devastating, is no weight transfer. You're transferring your weight back, but you just don't have time in this little swing to transfer it back forward. So we don't want that weight transfer going back to our back foot. We're just going to have all kinds of huge problems. So instead, what we want to do is keep that weight all the way on our front foot. That allows the bottom of our swing arc to be ahead of the ball, which allows us to hit down on the ball, get a clean, crisp contact, And again, side by side, you could see on the left, I'm transferring that weight to that right foot. And on the right side, I'm staying on the front foot. You're going to have much better success if you keep your weight on your front foot instead of trying to get it back and forth. And when you put all those pieces together, practice a little bit, man, you're going to be able to pull off these shots pretty much every single time. So keep up the good work. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. For more tips, click right there. See you in the next video.